Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about anniversary bloomfes predictions. I already made a video about who I think might show up in the anniversary lineup, but in that video I didn't really touch on the bloomfes cards, so this time I want to go in depth and explain my thoughts about them. So far, the characters who have gotten their bloomfes cards are these 10. That's our current list. Now, the characters who basically have no chance this time around are Miku, Shiho, Kohane, and Nene, because they're all already getting limited collab exclusive cards this month. Tsukasa and Emu are also off the table since they just got limited cards this month too. As for Mafuyu and Mizuki, the most recent bloomfes pair was Ina from Nigo and Kaido from the Virtual Singers, and because of that, picking another Nigo character right after would break the usual pattern we've seen so far. So, I don't think they'll go with either of them. Now that the list has narrowed, let's talk about the others. Ichika seems really unlikely since she's expected to get her Focus event right after the anniversary. The early October Focus event will most likely be Leonid, which makes me think Saki will be linked to Ichika there. If you saw my earlier anniversary predictions video, I mentioned that Saki could be part of the anniversary lineup, and if that's true, then we'd probably see a Saki shop card in Ichika's event instead of her being in bloomfes. Then there's Shizuku, Airi, and Toya. They could technically show up, and they got chances, but I honestly don't see a strong reason why they'd be picked over the other characters we have left. So, that brings us to the three most likely candidates: Minori, Len, and Akito. Starting with Minori, her last limited card was her wedding one, and that was a year and 4 months ago. That's such a long time. Something similar happened with Rui, who went a year and 3 months without a limited before finally getting his bloomfes. So, I think it's safe to say, Minori is almost guaranteed this time around. Now let's talk about Len. He's the only virtual singer who hasn't gotten a card during past anniversaries, which makes him a strong possibility. But the problem with Len this time is his card schedule. Think about it. We had Nigo Len, then Wonder Show event, then World Link Len, and then the ominous finale for 3 days. If they added a bloomfes Len right after all that, it would feel like way too much Len all at once. On top of that, his card count is an issue. Right now, Tsukasa has set the maximum number of cards at 25, and Len is tied with him. If Len gets another card now, that would push him up to 26, while some other characters are sitting only with 22. That would create a really big imbalance, and I don't know if the devs want to do that right now. And then there's Akito. His last limited card was his New Year card, which feels like forever ago. He was skipped in his unit's most recent lineup, where he only showed up as a 2-star, and he didn't get picked at all during the America arc either. Right now, Akito only has 22 cards total, which is the lowest in the entire game. If he doesn't get a limited soon, his 4-star count is going to look really weak compared to everyone else's. Honestly, he feels overdue at this point. So if we step back and look at it, Len is definitely a huge choice because he's a virtual singer. Out of all the virtual singers, only Miku and Len don't have bloomfes cards yet. And since Miku is off the table due to the collab exclusive card this month, Len is the only one left. And from the first anniversary up to the 4th, there's always been a virtual singer included. So, that does make Len a real possibility. With his card schedule being so packed, and his card count already maxed out, it feels tough to bring him this year. As for Miku's bloomfes, I've been thinking she might appear the same way Luca did, during a half anniversary, or maybe even at the 6th anniversary. If that happens, then it would make sense to save Len for the 7th anniversary, giving him a proper spotlight. It took 3.5 years to finish all of the first Fez cards, so by the 7th anniversary, we might even see a new type of festival card introduced. If that happens, it would open the door for a virtual singer to be highlighted, and Len could finally get that chance. So, here's my final prediction. Minori is almost guaranteed, no doubt about that. Then, The second slot is between Len and Akito. If I had to choose, I'd pick Akito, because he's very low on cards right now, and his last limited was ages ago. But I can't completely cross out Len either, since the anniversary pattern has almost always included a virtual singer. And I think that's it for my anniversary bloomfes predictions. Remember, this is just speculation, so don't take it as confirmed. I guess we'll know the final official lineup in next broadcast station. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.